Blowout diapers grab all the headlines, but what if the opposite happens?
That's right, this week in the lab, we're talking all about...
Don't strain yourself, dude.
Constipation. Today's episode is brought to you by Baby Bjorn, Ecotech certified, safe for your baby, Baby Bjorn.
As we often do when investigating medical conditions like being bound up tighter than summer cheese, we ask our favorite expert, Dr. Ari Brown, pediatrician, author of Baby 411.
Constipation, by definition, is not how often you poop, it's what it looks like when it comes out. So if your baby only poops once every few days, but it's soft and it's not uncomfortable, that's fine. The problem is if your baby is pooping something that looks like deer pellets or a baseball, that would be a problem. Most babies under 6 to 8 weeks don't have a problem with constipation because they're pooping so regularly with either the breast milk or the formula. From 8 weeks up until 4 months, rarely it's a problem. Really, when we see most of the constipation issues arise are when babies start to eat solid foods. And so some of the solid foods can be somewhat binding. Rice cereal has absolutely no fiber in it, and lots of parents use that as a first food that they're offering, and so they figure out that their baby is suddenly constipated when they started eating the rice cereal. So I do recommend, if you have a baby who started solids and you're encountering constipation, the best way to prevent it is to offer them high fiber foods. But if your baby seems uncomfortable, there are some tricks you can try at home to help your baby poop. First thing is the rectal thermometer trick. So pretend that you're going to take your baby's temperature, you put a little bit of Vaseline, petroleum jelly, on the tip of a rectal thermometer, you insert it about ½ an inch into your baby's anus, and you just kind of jiggle it around gently, and that often stimulates the baby to poop. So I would be prepared for the results. Another option is that you can give your baby some prune juice. If your baby is formula fed, it's pretty easy to mix a teaspoon of prune juice in your baby's bottle. Prune juice is a very effective way to stimulate a baby to poop. Some pediatricians will recommend Karo syrup used the same way. A final tip is if your baby is truly constipated and very uncomfortable, you can use an infant glycerin suppository, which you can buy at the grocery store or pharmacy. But I really recommend using that as a last resort. Most of the time your baby won't need it, and you definitely don't want to use those routinely to keep your baby pooping regularly. If your baby is continuing to have a problem with constipation on a regular basis, it's time to check in with your doctor. Really, the goal is to have your baby feel stimulated to poop and to poop on his own, and not be using a medication to do that for him.
So, Daddy Brad, as has often been the case of late, you have served as the inspiration for this video, have you not?
Yes, yes, the My Man is all bound up. I mean, he looks like little Don Rickles every 4 hours trying to get that up.
So, no reenactment necessary.
Oh, yes.
So tell us, how are you coping with this problem at home?
It's hard because like once every day or two, the little boy has to give birth. You know, it's just terrible. We're trying to give him fluids and lots of high fiber material. But you know, it's easier. He just started eating with his fingers. It's easier to eat meat and cheese than it is beans and fiber materials.
Yeah, stay away from the bananas for a little while.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you dealing with this sticky situation at home? Well, let your constipation stories flow at DadLabs.com. We want to hear from you. Seriously, not kidding. You'll hear from Brad and myself. We're happy to exchange these kind of constipation tales with you at DadLabs.com.
I'd like to thank our sponsors, Baby Bjorn, Ecotech certified, safe for your baby, Baby Bjorn. It's all for us here at the lab. See you next time.
Let it go.